Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And it was a very windy weather window once again today, and windy all across north central Washington as we go up north into Okanagan County, looking down from our Billy Goat camera up that way at Pateros, also Brewster in that shot, the Methow River meeting the Columbia River. And look at all the blue sky out there today. It really didn't allow our temperatures to climb all that much though, but we did see plenty of sun and plenty of wind with wind gusts between 30 and 35 miles an hour at times today. And boy, that's what our situation was all across central and parts of eastern Washington. You can see right here in our viewing area some of the strongest winds of anywhere in the state today. Winds expected to be about 25 to 35. Sustained wind and gusts tonight, possibly at 50 miles an hour. We do have a red flag warning in place, and that will be in place until 8 o'clock. Much more weather talk coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A rental car that was stolen out of Florida was recovered yesterday in Wenatchee, and the driver was arrested. It wasn't your usual car hit deer story. Tuesday night near Davenport, we'll tell you the strange details. And a Wenatchee resident was able to capture video of a man she believes stole a mountain bike from her outside her home last weekend. But first, we begin tonight. An attempted arson occurred early Tuesday morning at the Ancient Lakes Elementary School in Quincy. The call came in to first responders a little after 1 a.m. for the attempted arson that allegedly had been started in the teacher's lounge. Once on the scene, fire and law enforcement, along with an on-call custodian, located the fire in the lounge along with a pile of ashes and a small fire growing on top of the stove. The suspect was caught on video, though they have yet to find the man who they believe started that fire. Quincy Chief of Police Keith Siebert discussed the charges that could be filed if the suspect is eventually located.
And the suspect, who's on video, had already left the school. And at this point, we don't know who he is. We don't know his age, nothing. As far as charges, you're looking at arson or attempted arson, burglary in the first degree.
A rental car that was stolen out of Florida was recovered yesterday in Wenatchee, and the driver was arrested. Detective Sergeant Lyle Hahn with the Wenatchee Police Department says the city's parking enforcement officer had ticketed the vehicle parked in front of the Bruce Hotel off Palouse Street. The vehicle had been reported stolen from Enterprise Car Rental Agency in Florida.
She admitted that she had failed to turn in her car rental out of Florida, and it had been over 2 weeks, and she was subsequently booked in the jail for possessing a stolen vehicle.
Hahn identified the suspect as 47-year-old Patricia Schroeder, whose address was listed as the Bruce Hotel. Well, it wasn't your usual car hits deer story Tuesday night near Davenport. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office said the vehicle burst into flames after hitting the deer, completely gutting the car and setting a brush fire that eventually burned 2 acres. The driver of that car was able to escape without injury. The deer, however, did not survive. A Wenatchee resident was able to capture video of a man she believes stole a mountain bike from outside her home last weekend. Despite circulating the video on social media and giving it to Wenatchee police, Brooke Barb said today the suspect has not been located and the bike remains missing. The theft happened at 4 a.m. Saturday at her home on Tyler Street. She's hoping that even if someone doesn't recognize the thief, they will recognize the bike, which is covered in stickers. Coming up next, just in time for an expected heat wave, people are being warned to avoid all contact with the waters of Moses Lake. A Forest Service road in the Leavenworth area will be closed off and on for the next several weeks as crews repair damage done by recent storms. Should Washington State replace the gas tax with a mileage tax? It's being considered. And Democratic 8th District Congresswoman Kim Schreier joined Republican 4th District Representative Dan Newhouse yesterday to set aside a resolution to introduce articles of impeachment against President Trump. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Only one dealer dealership in Wenatchee has Motor Trend's SUV of the Year and Truck of the Year. That's right, Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has the all-new Jeep Wrangler and the all-new Ram 1500 pickup. Or get the best of both worlds in the new Jeep Gladiator. Visit Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today for more information on these award winners and see why there's no reason to leave town to buy your next vehicle.
I told Mr. Nielsen about Simon. He's the best doctor because I like the medicines like he gives me.
He asks like more questions, and that's why I feel like he's more interested in the health. For me, it means a lot. That means he really cares about, about him.
I like you, Simon, and you're my best friend.
Welcome back. In other news, just in time for an expected heat wave, people are being warned to avoid all contact with the waters of Moses Lake. The Grant County Health District says the lake is unsafe for people and pets because of the toxic blue-green algae outbreak. Algae blooms are not uncommon in Grant County waters, but they are not always toxic. The algae, which is actually a type of bacteria called cyanobacteria, looks like green paint floating on the water and can also be blue-green, red, or brown. Contact can be fatal for pets and can cause anything from a rash to severe nausea and vomiting in people. Testing of water near Connolly Park showed toxin levels 4 times higher than Washington State recreational guidelines. If the health department receives reports of people getting sick or pets dying, it will then post danger signs and close the lake completely. A Forest Service road in the Leavenworth area will be closed off and on for the next several weeks as crews repair damage done by recent storms. The Chaser Creek Road at milepost 1.5 will have 4-hour closures. August 1st and 2nd, then be fully closed August 5th to 9th. There then will be 4-hour closures again August 12th through the 16th. In addition, the Meadow Creek Road in the Cle area of the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest will be fully closed at milepost 2.1. That's from July 22nd through the 26th, with 4-hour closures July 29th through August 2nd. Well, should Washington State replace the gas tax with a mileage tax? The Tacoma News-Tribune reports the State Transportation Commission is expected to decide in December on a possible tax recommendation for the legislature to consider in 2020. Supporters of the change contend the revenue generated by the gas tax is expected to decrease in the future due to vehicles becoming more fuel efficient. The legislature would be tasked with setting the tax rate motorists are levied for the miles they drive and how the mileage is reported to the state. Democratic 8th District Congresswoman Kim Schreier joined Republican 4th District Representative Dan Newhouse yesterday to set aside a resolution to introduce articles of impeachment against President Trump. Lawmakers voted 332 to 95 to table Representative Al Green's resolution, which was the third time the Houston area lawmaker has taken a shot at impeaching the president, but the first since Democrats regained control of the House. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Hi everyone, this is Brent Crowder. After 13 years with the Town Auto Group, I have returned home to Town Toyota where it all started. If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, let me help you find the right one at the right price. Toyota is reliable and trustworthy, and you can count on me to be the same. When it comes to buying your next car, you can't go wrong with Toyota and Crowder. Ask for Brent at Town Toyota or call me now at 888-5000.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old, fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Kennel Cameos feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight, NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson introduces us to Millie the dog.
Megan here with the NCWLIFE channel. We're here with Leticia, the clinic's program coordinator at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and joining us this week is Millie. Can you tell us about Millie?
Yeah, Millie is a very sweet, beautiful 4-year-old coonhound mix. Millie came to us about 3 months ago, and she's still here and she's waiting for her home. But Millie is a really, really, really sweet dog. She loves everyone. Volunteers work a lot with her because she's really easy to handle, and usually the volunteer coordinator will use her as like examples, just how to train. She's very outgoing, and our volunteers also always take her on off-site adventures. They take her on a lot of outside adventures. They go to the riverfront and they take her hiking, and she just loves going out and being active. She also enjoys being inside and just cuddle time with everyone.
And what kind of home life is she looking for?
She would do really well in a home where there is a nice fence. Coonhounds usually are just, their nose takes them on a lot of adventures, and she has that breed in her. She would do best in a home. As the only pet, she would love to soak up all the attention for herself. She knows some tricks. She knows how to sit. She knows how to come, and she loves to play fetch. Adopting her is really simple. You just gotta come to the shelter, you meet her, and you fall in love with her. You can take her home and fill out the adoption fee. Her adoption fee or adoption application, her adoption fee is $125. She's fixed already and has all her vaccinations up to date.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. This has been Kennel Cameos at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to the details of that, and there's a lot to get to, let's take a beautiful look up north outside our Billy Goat camera, and that's up around the Pateros-Brewster area in Okanagan County. You can see the Columbia River and the Methow River where they meet up in that beautiful part of Washington State. Lots of clear skies out there today, a little bit different than we've seen the last couple of days. More sunshine for sure, but boy, lots of wind once again today. Just about like yesterday, in fact, even windier in some locations. We are under a red flag warning right now, which will go until 8 p.m. tonight. That means lots of wind, dry conditions, and low humidities. And that's what we're seeing out there today. And really, temperature-wise, we just didn't warm up that much. We still are seeing a very strong jet stream over the top of us. Brought a cold front through, and we're still seeing colder than normal temperatures. I don't know about cold, but cooler than normal temperatures. 77, our unofficial high today. 88 is where we should be for this time of year. Right on the money as far as low temperatures go. It's 62 degrees. Record high for the second day in a row back in 1960. Today, 106 degrees. It was 105 yesterday. 1996, our record low year, and that temperature was 47 degrees. We did pick up another 1/100th of an inch of moisture yesterday. That now gets us to 4.23 inches for the year, which is just about 2/10 of an inch below where we should be for this time of year. Sunrise this morning at 5:22, and the sun will set tonight at 8:51. Well, here we are at the end of the work week. Let's take a look and see how that Friday is going to shape up for you quickly. Temperature-wise, a little bit of a warm-up than we've seen yesterday and today. 82 for Moses Lake, 81 and 80 in the Quincy-Ephrata area. Here in Wenatchee, we'll be about 79 degrees, 78 for you folks down in Ellensburg. A little bit cooler as we move in the upper elevations. Lake Wenatchee, about 66 tomorrow. Chelan, beautiful at 78. Eniat, you're going to disintegrate at 7,900 degrees tomorrow. That should be 79 degrees. And Omak, also a nice one for you folks up that way at 79 degrees. Let's put that surface loop in motion now and show you what you can expect tonight. Clear skies, gusty winds. We will see some cool overnight low temperatures too. You can see the flow coming down from the northwest. We're talking lows in the mid-50s, upper 30s for parts of the Cascades overnight tonight. For Friday, sunny. It will be breezy once again tomorrow. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but most of that stronger wind back into Montana. We're talking northwest winds here tomorrow, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. As we get you into the upcoming weekend, things look very nice with clear skies. Look at this, all through the western United States, and we will be enjoying that as well right here in north central Washington with just light wind and warmer temperatures for Saturday. We'll climb into the middle 80s Saturday, and here we go with the hot stuff beginning on Sunday. Sunny and warmer. We're talking warmer. We're going to go from about 84 Saturday to about 89 degrees on Sunday, and even warmer than that down in the Tri-Cities. Look how we darken up on Monday. Now we're talking mid to upper 90s in much of our viewing area, especially you folks in the Columbia Basin and parts of Tri-Cities area. Tuesday, hot once again, although most of that hot temperatures will begin to slowly slide east. Tuesday is going to be brutal as well with high temperatures in the mid-90s, and once again, some of you in the upper 90s. And as we move past that on Wednesday, sunny skies. We will see slightly cooler temperatures back to a more orange color for us in north central Washington and eastern Washington, but cooler means high temperatures Wednesday still about 90 degrees. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune forecast tonight. It'll be a little bit cooler than we've seen. We just talked about it. 54 degrees overnight. Open those windows up. It should be a beautiful one overnight. 79 for Friday. Still some breezes out there. Remember that, 10 to 15 miles an hour, and a beautiful, comfortable 55 degrees overnight Friday. Sunny and warmer on Saturday and 83, and then the warm-up begins in earnest beginning on Sunday. 89 degrees for Sunday, 95 for both Monday and Tuesday. Low temperatures mid-60s to upper 60s, and on Wednesday, sunny, slightly cooler with a high temperature then of 90 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Being able to support yourself and your family is an important part of who we are. We all need to know we're able to provide ourselves with a secure future. Some job seekers have a harder time finding work. That's why Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is here, a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to help people find work. When you shop at or donate to Goodwill, you're really being a job creator, and that's a good thing for everyone's future. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solely on Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Soleon Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills in Manson. Remember the good old days? Sunday supper at Grandma's and the best recipes being passed down through generations? Well, come on out to Blueberry Hills and find amazing food with huge portions at family-friendly prices. From Benedict's to burgers to fresh fruit pies, there is something for everyone. Don't miss Blueberry Hills, where you pick, you sip, you eat, and you visit. wildaboutberries.com.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. Ryan Altenberger and Dalton Harum delivered home runs. The Apple Sox extended its winning streak to 7 overall games with a 6-4 win at Kelowna last night. Altenberger's 3-run shot erased a 2-zip deficit in the top of the third. By the way, according to our buddy who keeps track of all of the stats for the Apple Sox, that's the 400th home run in Apple Sox history. Harum's 2-run shot came in the top of the fifth to make it a 5-2 Wenatchee lead. Cody Darcy's sacrifice fly in the fifth put the Sox up 6-2. They'd hold on for the 6-4 victory. Brian Long earned the victory on the mound, going 5 innings, allowing 2 runs on 6 hits with a couple of strikeouts and 2 walks. Brett Gillis struck out 7 in the final 3 frames to get his first save of the season. Wenatchee will go for its 3rd West Coast League sweep of the season tonight, 6:35, sending Seth Kuykendall to the mound. Well, on the Les Schwab scoreboard from action in West Coast League play last night, Bend and Yakima Valley combined for 24 runs, 25 hits in the Pippins 13-11 victory. Nick Israel was 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs, and Nick DiCarlo was 3 for 3 with 4 runs and 3 RBIs in the win for Yakima Valley. Joe Kinski threw 7 innings of 1 hit, 1-run ball with 6 strikeouts to lead Port Angeles over Cowlitz 4-3. Damiano Palmangiani went 1 for 2 with a solo home run for the lefties. Talk about a marathon. Victoria topped Walla Walla in 19, yes, that's right, 19 innings, 4-3. The game at Burlesque Stadium took 5 hours and 44 minutes. The two teams used a total of 13 pitchers. Chase Meadroth won it for the Harbor Cats in the 19th with a sacrifice fly to score Chase Wesner. Alex Lambeau and Darius Perry hit home runs to lead Portland to a 7-3 win over Bellingham. Lambeau's was a leadoff shot in the 4th, while Perry's was a 2-run bomb in the 8th as the Pickles improved to 4-1 in the second half, tying them with Corvallis for first place in the South Division. And in non-league play, Noah Taylor hit a 2-run home run and was 2 for 4 at the plate with 3 runs and 3 RBIs to lead Ridgefield to a 16-0 win over Highline. Peter Allegro and 2 relievers combined in the 8-hit shutout, striking out 9 in the process. Well, Wenatchee remains atop the West Coast League North Division standings with Victoria. Apple Sox are 6-2 in the second half of the season, while the Harbor Cats are 7-3. Yakima Valley is a game and a half back at 5-4. Port Angeles is 2 games back at 4-4. Bellingham and Kelowna have just 1 win so far in the second half of the season. Well, the Mariners' losing streak has reached 6 with yesterday's 10-2 loss at Oakland. Eric Swanson gave up a couple of home runs in the second. Tommy Malone gave up 3 home runs, including 2 to Mark Canna. In the loss, the Athletics, the win for the Athletics, they hit 6 home runs, with 2 each by Canna and Jerickson Profar. Malik Smith and Tim Beckham each had a couple of hits for Seattle, who have the day off today before hosting the Halos in the first of a 3-game weekend series Friday. Mike Leake will get the start for Seattle. Los Angeles is still yet to announce their starter for Friday's game. Let's head to the Les Schwab scoreboard. We go for the rest of the American League West on Wednesday. Arizona exploded for 19 runs on 21 hits, including 5 homers to beat Texas 19-4. Michael Brantley and George Springer both went deep in Houston's 11-2 win over the Angels. Wednesday, by the way, a day when Houston won for the 60th time this season. Well, the Mariners lost their 60th game. Seattle's 22 games behind the Astros in the American League West. Only Baltimore, Detroit, Toronto, and Miami have worse records than Seattle in all of Major League Baseball. Seahawks training camp doesn't officially open until next Thursday, but rookies reported to the VMAC in Renton yesterday. The coaching staff wanted to give draft picks and undrafted free agent signees a chance to work in without the pressure of having the veterans around. The Seattle prepares for its 10th season under the helm of Coach Pete Carroll. Some nagging injuries have forced the team to put several players on the physically unable to perform list, or PUP. 4 rookies, all draft picks, were placed on the PUP list. Linebacker Ben Burkervin with a sports hernia, safety Marquise Blair with a hamstring, defensive tackle DeMarcus Christmas, and guard Phil Hayes. Additionally, undrafted free agent rookie offensive lineman Demetrius Knox was placed on the non-football injury list. Veterans are to report for the first official day of training camp next Thursday, the 25th. Seahawks' first preseason game, August 8th against Denver. It's right around the corner. That's sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Wenatchee police are attempting to locate the owner of a large brass bell that was discovered recently in the old station area. Detective Sergeant Lyle Hahn says the bell stands about 11 inches tall and weighs about 6 pounds with a large metal chain.
Looks like an antique. Possibly Chinese in origin. There's some lettering and stuff on it. We're trying to find the owner. We thought it might, because we had a similar case over at the Chateau Fer-Le-Pont, where some items were missing or damaged at that location, but they said it didn't belong to them. So we're looking for the owner and trying to get this back to them.
Hahn says if you're missing a bell that matches that description, please give the Wenatchee Police Department a ring. Finally tonight, time to find out what's happening around the Valley for you to enjoy this weekend. Here's NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson with more.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. Planning to enjoy the concert in Centennial Park? Come to the Beer Garden at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center this Friday from 7 to 9. The parking lot offers a perfect view and listening spot to enjoy Seth Garrido's Power Trio live on the Centennial Park stage. Beer and wine are available for purchase. Must be 21 and older to enter, and there's a $1 cover. Full Circle Theater Company and the Numerica Performing Arts Center have partnered to present the first annual Twilight Theater production, The Tempest, happening now through Saturday at 7:30 p.m. The William Shakespeare play will be performed by a local cast in the Numerica Pack courtyard. Tickets are on sale now at numericapack.org. Chelan Man is this Saturday and Sunday at Lakeside Park. The swim takes place in the clear waters of Lake Chelan. The runs are on paved paths and roads, and the bike legs are along Lake Chelan and the Columbia River. There will be first-timer triathlons, a sprint, Olympic and half triathlons, a 10K and half marathon runs. Proceeds go to the arts and healthy lifestyle programs for area children. Join the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center for the 50th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing on Saturday from 10 to 2. Drop by their open house to experience hands-on STEM activities and spacecrafts, plus enjoy snacks, NASA Apollo mission videos, and more. Tickets may be purchased at the door for $5 per family. And finally, the second annual Big Chill Ciderfest is this Saturday from 3 to 8 p.m. at the Kashmir Riverside Center. Taste and savor a wide variety of ciders from over 12 local cider makers. Tickets include a commemorative tote bag, commemorative glass, a dozen taste tickets, and one special coin that allows an additional taste and vote for your favorite. Enjoy a view of the hills, games on the lawn, and free parking. For more information on this weekend's events and others, visit the community calendar at ncwlife.com.
Thank you, Megan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
NCW Life Channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and Other Stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa.
and the arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life Channel is your local TV station.
I am Dan Coots. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday, today in history, birthdays. Those actresses from the 70s that I had a huge crush on: Lindsay Wagner, Jane Russell, Meryl Streep, Barbara Bush. Wanted to wish her a happy birthday. It gave me an excuse to throw her picture up on my show. Exclusive distributors of Life Water, now available in the shatterproof plastic bottle.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, mornings at 7 o'clock on the NCW Life Channel.
Have a fun video you'd like to see featured on NCW Life? Email us at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.